going on, guys? Steve here with Cherry Picking Cards. Hopefully having a great day so far. I am back with another PSA submission video. This is actually my second one. Of course, I'll be sending it off to Clay Cards. I'll have a link down in the description about how to get a hold of him on his Instagram. And just a heads up, he's pretty hard to get a hold of. He's very popular and in demand, so be patient if he doesn't actually get a hold of you or message you back right away. He'll definitely message you back at some point with tons of information about what to expect, how and where to send your cards, prices, all that good stuff. And then once he does send you that, just get everything shipped out to him, and I'll kind of explain that as we go here. Just get everything, of course, packaged up nicely. He doesn't care if it's in one of the card savers or if it's in a top loader, as long as it's in something. And I like to send it in top loaders and then this bubble wrap. And then he does want you to have some kind of a card in there just with your Instagram account. And on the back, I'll have the PSA submission number, which is number 25, group number PSA submission 25 for this go around. And then I'll have my name on the back and just the Instagram account on the front. Pretty simple. I'll throw it in one of the water resistant, tear resistant bubble mailers. I'll probably put some cardboard around to each side of it just to keep everything extra protected, just because there's quite a bit in here and I don't want it, getting bent or anything getting destroyed. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that this does not take forever. I know there's been lots of news with PSA closing down operations, temporarily opening back up and then closing back down. It's just been back and forth. It's been a roller coaster ride with these guys, but definitely understand they're not necessarily an essential business, but like I said, keep my fingers crossed that they're able to, continue to operate hopefully very soon, keep everybody safe most importantly, but we want everybody to be able to still work and, just take that stress off of them. So hopefully that their business doesn't take too big of a hit by this and it's just a temporary thing, but I'll still get this sent off to him. This will be group number 25. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to have another one beyond this, just the way things are going, but he wanted to continue with this one and he promised to keep hold of everybody's card, keep them saved. He's gonna be pretty busy for a while, so he'll definitely get them evaluated. They're due April 4th, so if you get a chance to get them in now, definitely get them in while you can. He does do cleanings, he does evaluate them. On my last one, he did send me a picture of what he recommended not sending in. I agreed, I said, I take your word for it, and it was about half the cards I submitted, so I was pretty happy with that. And I think he usually tries to get 9s or gem mint 10s, of course. So if it's gonna be less than the 9, he's probably not even gonna bother to send it. And it's only $11 per card on a 45-day submission. He does also offer a 20-day submission for $25 per card. Those can vary, of course, with more expensive cards, and he'll let you know kind of what to expect before he submits it. And definitely not a bad deal overall. Much better price than you'd be able to get, if you did it yourself, unless you're sending thousands of cards per year. And also with the evaluation and the cleaning, I'm definitely not an expert on this stuff. I do my best, but like I said, if I can have the pro do it and give me some tips along the way and I can save a few bucks, totally worth it. There's gonna be a fair amount of cards in here, I think 20 some. It's gonna be half football, half basketball. I want to get a nice variety in here. Mostly gonna be bigger names, guys kind of on the rise right now. I'll start with football since it's kind of that time of the year. Draft around the corner, free agency going on, just lots of breaking news it seems like. But we got Kyler Murray, and this is pretty much, I think, all the stuff I have of him. Not a ton, but definitely what I've got thus far. A playbook. I got a playoff air command. I really like that hollow style. And then rookie wave out of playoff as well. So not the biggest hits, but definitely excited. If these get gem mint 10s, it'll definitely be a good value to them. I got a green prestige from 2018 of Josh Rosen. This guy's not having the best career necessarily, but still keep my fingers crossed that he does some good things. And with this being that parallel green, I'm hoping that it definitely gets a gem on there as well. And I've got two of these, the Hollow Optica Trubisky. I know he's kind of on the hot seat this year. They just traded for Foles, so he's definitely going to have to step his game up, but I'm rooting for the best on these cards. And I've also got one, this rookie Prism. Of course, the only ones they made of the rookies that year was the silver style, but I think that's pretty awesome in my opinion. In a way, just because this card's extra special looking, and I just really like that hollow look to them. And yeah, this one, the centering to me looked pretty solid, but I'm hoping that Clay definitely agrees with me on that. And then we got my guy Mahomes here, and you guys saw this on one of my previous videos on a mail day. Got this from Packer Cards 87, and it was definitely packaged nicely, and it's a beautiful card, so I'm hoping everything goes well with it on the eval. And it's that silver prism style to the select, definitely a nasty looking card, the field level. Pretty hard one to pull, short print for sure. And then we got one of my favorite players, Lamar. And I got a couple of his cards. I got the playbook and then the Prestige 2018, of course, rookie cards. And then we got, also at a Prestige, we got Baker and then Josh Allen. So going with a lot of quarterbacks for sure, as you guys can tell, a lot of rookie cards, a lot of guys on the rise. I'm hoping these guys are going to have some fantastic careers, and I'm hoping these cards definitely come back pretty solid. And we're going to move on to some basketball action here. And I believe there was 26 cards total, if I remember right. So I think I did 13 of each. Didn't want to go overboard. I feel like if I can get half of these to get submitted, I'm going to be pretty excited. And I know, if, one, even if a couple of these get gem mints and I can sell one or two, it's easily going to pay for all this, all the cards and the shipping and the grading and everything. And I'm still going to have plenty of the cards to sit on. So I'm pretty excited about that. They're just great investments when you get them graded. But with all that said, let's see what we got for basketball. We got our red, white, and blue Kobe White. This guy has just been, he's having a monster season. I'm hoping that they at some point do continue with the season, even if they just jump right into the playoffs. I wouldn't mind. I definitely miss basketball. It's been nice to see ESPN running some of those old games that they've been playing live on YouTube, which has been pretty cool. Or excuse me, not ESPN, but NBA on YouTube. Their account, if you haven't already checked it out, they're playing live games at like 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time, where it's some of the classics, from the finals, some of the regular season games. So definitely check it out if you're jonesing for some basketball. But I'm also going to be submitting a Hyper Pink Cam Reddish. This one I definitely checked out, all the cards I pulled at Optic, and I felt like a lot of them had some centering issues, this and that, but this one looked really, really solid. I had a blue velocity of him that the centering was just horrible, and I was pretty bummed, so I won't be submitting that. But this one I've got a good feeling about. Got a Tyler Hero Silver Prism, the only Silver Prism I have, of course, from this year. Haven't actually opened up a ton, but I was pretty excited to get this one in a trade earlier in the year, and so I'm definitely going to get it sent off for grading. And I think the one thing that really concerns me is that rookie card shield. I mean, this one looks pretty well centered. It's not really off from what I can tell, but I don't know really how much that factors into the equation on the grading, but I still feel pretty good about this card overall. And then also, speaking of Tyler Hero, we do have his Optic base. This one also looked pretty good, just overall, just scoping out, the dimensions, the perimeter of it, and just, the centering, edges, corners, all that good stuff. Surface. Got his running mate, Kendrick Nunn, the no-name Optic. And so he's having a huge rookie season. He's definitely going to be, probably top 3 in my opinion, as far as, or definitely at least top 5. And those final votes on who, however they determine all that with the finals or the final voting on Rookie of the Year. But he's definitely having a monster season. And then speaking of monster seasons, we got a couple of the Zion Optics. And these ones, I think one of them, the centering was a little bit off when I can tell, but for the most part, pretty solid. And so even if one gets maybe a 9, the other a 10, I'd be pretty stoked about that, because even 9s are going to get more than just the raw version of the card. And so I feel like, it's worth getting graded no matter what. In worst case, it's not worth getting graded, he'll let me know, and it's still a pretty solid card. So, and then, of course, if you get a Zion and Optic, you're going to get a Jaw. And so I'm going to go ahead and send out both the ones that I pulled earlier this year of him. And so I figured if I can get, at least one of them graded of each of these guys, I'm going to be super happy about that. And I don't know if I'll sell all these things when I get them back eventually. I'll have to kind of assess. I want to get some of my money back, but I'll have to really see which ones, how they grade out and who gets what. And but just kind of take it from there. So I'm definitely excited to finally get these back in the future. But let's continue to see what we're submitting. And we got a couple of My House Ja Morants. Not the hollow versions, unfortunately, but I still really, really like these, even if they're the base My House. These are probably some of the coolest inserts of any of the products all year long. And just that pose is pretty sick. So I'm really excited to get these sent off. And continuing with Ja Morant, we got a Hoops tribute. And I had this one actually sitting on my desk at work for the longest time. And I was like, I've scope it out literally every day. I was like, the centering on this thing actually looks really nice. And so I would just pick it up and look at it. And I was like, I think I'm going to get this sent off for grading. I know, a raw version, maybe a couple dollars, honestly, definitely not even 10 bucks. But when you get it graded, near 100 bucks. I mean, maybe not every day, but it's definitely going to be 50, 60, 75 bucks, pretty average selling points, if not more, when the season's back up and going again. But it's definitely worth getting your cards graded if they're going to, come back nice. Whether at 9 or 10, it'll definitely get you your money back and then some. And then to end it all off, we got the purple Optic of Kevin Porter Jr. You guys know I'm a big fan of him, and he's just been was having a great season. Hopefully they get everything going again so we can continue to see how this guy blossoms. But I really, really like the centering on this card, and The corners and everything looked really solid, so I was pretty excited to get that one sent off as well. But definitely make sure to check out Clay Cards. You guys probably have already heard of him. He's pretty popular. He has a YouTube account as well, so if you want to see kind of what the results look like and kind of what to expect when you do get everything back, check out his YouTube account, check him out on Instagram to get some of the more information about prices and to get a hold of him. Like I said, just be extra patient if you've never contacted him and if he doesn't message you back right away. I have seen that if you bug him too much, he'll just flat out tell you good luck going somewhere else. So like I said, be patient. He's definitely the guy to go to. You just got to give him his time and make sure you get it to him before the due date, just so he has a chance to evaluate it and give you a price and all that good stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button. I definitely plan on doing more of these types of videos with submissions, probably once a month, and then definitely lots more breaks, mail days, so stay tuned for all that. But till next time, guys, take it easy.